The secret of the Rox Pirates and Captain Rox XEBEC is something fans have been speculating for ages. What is Rox's power level and powers in detail? Is he potentially the strongest individual pirate ever if it took Garp and Roger combined to take him on? What is their relation to Blackbeard? What was Rox's fate in the end? When will more of God Valley get drawn? But there's one thing that many fans haven't bothered asking about, yet it's a question that is important to me. Isn't it odd, or rather completely unbelievable, that monsters like Kaido, Big Mom, Shiki, and Whitebeard were on the same crew under someone else? Why aren't more people questioning this? Well, I actually know many of you already know this theory, but this is for the plenty of you that still don't, and I'm happy to give my take since I love this theory and I randomly realized it independently and parallel to others, implying it's a solid theory. Long story short, I am certain that Oda left enough clues that those pirates, especially Big Mom, wouldn't have ever served together under someone without a good reason. And we know that reason. But first, if you want more One Piece content, whether theories, trivia, discussions, or more, be sure to let me know by leaving a like, subscribing, and commenting your thoughts below. I just hit 100 subscribers in the middle of finishing this script and I'm overwhelmed by how much people liked my last theory. But only 1% of you are actually subscribed, so join the crew. My Twitter is also in the description. Now back to the theory. See, anyone who pays attention to the story would notice that Big Mom, Whitebeard, and Shiki obviously don't like serving under others. They are the cream of the crop, and the story gives evidence that they were meant to eventually captain their own crews, not serve Rox. First, we'll set Kaido aside as he was in apprentice age when he joined Rox. Next, we may not know much about Shiki, but we do know from Chapter 0 that he had apocalyptic plans involving an ancient weapon similar to Kaido in the present. He became a big name that tried to gain Roger's alliance, and we can assume he wouldn't be second to someone else. Furthermore, looking at Whitebeard, we know he sailed from an early age, and even glimpsed the flashback of his pre-mustache crew that doesn't look like it was even Rox. We can then start to surmise that he maybe changed crews at some point, before he was the Whitebeard. But he was an honorable man, and Rox's anarchy crew sounded like everything he was against, doesn't it? It doesn't fit him without a compelling reason. Finally, Big Mom's history is the crown of this theory. Her backstory explicitly proves that young Lin Lin and Struisen founded the Big Mom Pirates together when she was just a child, which still exists today in Totoland. Her bounty was legendary for her age, and she was an unstoppable force of nature. Yet by the time she was a hot adult with kids and had met Kaido, she was already serving Rox? Isn't it obvious that doesn't add up? But this is not some plot hole. It's clear that after Rox fell at God Valley, Big Mom was free to lead her crew once again, but there was still that period of time that she was under Rox's crew. Do you know how strong Whitebeard and Big Mom are? How crazy and egotistical Big Mom is? What would make her temporarily pause her dream plans to create and lead a utopia? What could bypass her ambition? What would be more important than her domination of Totoland? And what would force the Honorable Edward Newgate to serve Rox XEBEC? I think the answer is simple. Honor, specifically pirate honor, of the Davy Jones variety. Everyone who thought Long Ring Long Land is a worthless arc was slightly surprised that it sets up this theory. Long Ring was when Pirate Island was first mentioned, specifically that it was where pirates fought Davy Back matches. But I much more prefer the revelation that Oda has obviously been teasing, that Rox XEBEC was a Davy Back pirate himself, like Silver Fox Foxy, and acquired his pirate army that way. XEBEC was based on Pirate Island Fulalead, aka Hachinosu, which later was controlled by Zhangxi, and where Blackbeard now lives after seizing it from Zhangxi. So I am therefore positive that Rox used Davy Back fights to grab strong pirates. The location being hinted in Long Ring practically gives this away. It is the only explanation of how so many monsters were on the same crew without killing each other like we know that the Rox fodder did. The rules of Davy Back declare that losers that get picked must swear loyalty to their new captain. And if Foxy was a sneaky cheat, imagine what methods Rox used to bag Whitebeard, Shiki, and Big Mom. Imagine if Rox was competent and ruthless. He probably used his powers to bend the rules the way Foxy did, which would be my kind of classic Oda foreshadowing. Ultimately, I believe being beaten physically might not convince Whitebeard and Big Mom to swear loyalty to Rox, but I bet that being beaten on top of the Davy Back honor code just might. XEBEC's power and Haki Must be gutsy or insane if they gave him the edge over so many monsters and future emperors. But no matter what powers he had, something in my gut tells me he wasn't just a powerhouse, but also a cunning leader like Blackbeard, who did many atrocious deeds. What do you think? Was he a cheat like Foxy, a powerhouse like Roger, or both when he fought Davy Back fights? Or if you don't like the Davy Back aspect, what do you think would make Big Mom and Whitebeard serve XEBEC? Let me know your thoughts below. This is Free to World, and you'll see me next time.